Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. Yes, so it is said that when one branch of a tree is on fire, the other branch cannot, as a matter of fact, ignore the heat. They said the Ooni of Ife roar like a lion over the effect of the woman with the big manhood, a spiritual nightmare haunting the wives of the Ooni of Ife. Now, if you ever have been following the trend, it's been a lot happening in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. Now, when the women first got into the palace, remember that it took over a year before they now started recording pregnancies. And people had started, lifting eyelid over this issue. And this will not be the first time that this is happening, right? And so they said, as we are getting, the information that we are getting, whether it is true or not, but this is the information that we are getting, that they say the wives to the Ooni of Ife, of all the women that are there, they said since they got married to the Ooni of Ife, they have lost about 6 children. Ebony lost twins. Dr. Lizzie lost a child. Gospel claims she has lost a child. Ife claims she has lost 2. Oh. As a matter of fact, not just 6. I was saying 6. They said they have lost 7 children. Now, they said Gospel, this is the number. Ebony lost 2. Dr. Lizzie 1. Gospel 2. Ife claims she has lost 2. And altogether 7. Now, the issue with the woman with the big manhood, the reason why it's becoming such a big problem in the palace of the Ooni of Ife as at today, it's because the experience, that experience is not just coming from Gospel, Dr. Lizzie alone. It's an experience that Ebony had before. Ebony had that experience also. Ebony of all people, Ebony that they call Mama Lawo and everything, Ebony had that experience. They said what had happened to Ebony happened because a woman with a big manhood had attacked her. Yes, just about what happened to Dr. Lizzie is what is said to have happened to Ebony. Ebony mentioned it before. And that was why when Kabiyesi heard what happened to Dr. Lizzie, Kabiyesi took it very personal because that would not be the first time he was hearing something like that. And recently, as at yesterday when they were having this meeting, Gospel now came up again and said she had the same encounter with that woman, but her own was in the dream. So apparently there's some energy around there that is busy going about attacking them. And Kabiyesi just could not take that off Dr. Lizzie. Now, the reason why Kabiyesi would not want to take that of Dr. Lizzie kindly is because Dr. Lizzie happens to be that one woman that is always there supporting Kabiyesi. And Dr. Lizzie will not want to just create a scene or have a make-believe story. Ooni of Ife trusts Dr. Lizzie so much that he knows that if Dr. Lizzie is saying this had happened to me, it is because it has happened to her. And so they said the Ooni of Ife roar like a lion. The Ooni of Ife invited Ifa priests and Ifa priestesses to the palace. And basically, one of the first things they are about to do is to also dissect that dress that Dr. Lizzie is focusing on, because that has to be rolled out so that she can have a closure concerning that, because she is very, very sure that it has got something to do with that dress. Now, I don't know. I want to tell you an experience that my sister had in Nigeria. My sister had gone to a mechanic shop things are happening in this world. And that is why sometimes when people say certain things, you want to think that it is a lie and maybe they are just making them up. But it's important for everyone to be careful knowing that things are actually happening in the world today. My sister had gone to a mechanic workshop to go and fix her car in a place that they said is called, I don't know, I've forgotten the name of that place. Now, when she got to that mechanic workshop, they gave her flyer, a church flyer. Church flyer, yes, church flyer. They gave to her, it was supposed to be a crusade, ministry or prophetic service somewhere. She carried that flyer to the house. When she came back home that evening, she carried the flyer in her hand. And when she got to her house, she put the flyer inside one sink that is not in use, okay? A sink that is not in use that is supposed to be in a laundry area of her house. And she put it there because she used to put some papers there. Now, a day before that day, she had cleared the entire sink and then she put that flyer there. Then from her sitting room to that laundry area is a long walk road. So if you're in your sitting room, when you put your head straight, you can see the laundry area. She said she got in about 6:30 at night. Now, about 7, she had finished taking her bath. She came and she sat down in the sitting room. As she was watching television, she felt something like a shadow. And she lifted her head up. She saw something like a man in that place. Like it was like a man. Like a man was somehow around there. She screamed. She was shocked. And her husband came downstairs and she told her husband her experience. And that was it. After that day, she said the next day, she is a banker right there in Nigeria. And the next day, she came back from work very late, around that 8 o'clock. She dropped her bag in the sitting room and she was tired. So she said, let her lie down small before she takes her bath. And she was lying down. It was like a vision. It was like, real. She saw a man, a wretched, like real wretched, as in a petite-looking man walked through her door and came to lie on top of her on her couch in the sitting room. Now, why am I bringing this story here? When my sister started having that experience is because it went on and on and on for up to a week. They had to take her to a church. I think at that time it was Mountain of Fire. I'm telling you the truth, even Mountain of Fire, that encounter did not stop. I'm going to tell you what she used. That encounter did not stop until, I think she went to another church again, or they prayed for her, then they told her what to use. It was one of this stuff that we have inside the house, like everyday use, that they told her how to use it. That was how that thing stopped completely till today. Now, in sharing this story, she would tell you, like, in fact, she would swear with her life that it was that flyer she collected. It was a contact, some kind of contact. Now, why am I bringing this story to you? I'm bringing this story to you because sometimes as a person, you are able to ascertain where your problem is coming from. But most times, it might be, a coincidence. But in this case, Dr. Elizabeth is saying that it's that cloth that they give to her. And that is what Dr. Elizabeth is believing brought that attack upon her. That was how my sister believed, as in there was nothing in this world anybody could tell her that would make her feel like it's something less than that flyer. She said it was that flyer that she collected. It was the flyer. They burnt the flyer and everything. And that is why we need to be really, really careful. Till today, even if you put $1 million inside flyer, my sister does not touch your flyer. You're sharing flyer for where she will not touch because she has a conviction that that thing happened to her because of the flyer that she collected. So right now, they say this issue with Dr. Elizabeth has informed a new decision in the palace, such that Ooni of Ife is doing everything that is within his power to ensure that, you know, this whole thing is revealed. Whoever is doing this, you know, gets to be seen. That it has become a nightmare, because this will not be the first time. It's something that has been plaguing the wives to the Ooni of Ife. Do not forget, these are all alleged, rumored, speculated information, unverified information making the rounds on social media, and so should not be seen as fact. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.